Okay, example number 6 has a greater than or equal to. So do you notice down here, the greater than or equal to is going to be in this row. And the key information here, let's go over here and highlight this. The key information is, the difference, I should say, is right there. It's going to be an or situation. And I'll show you that when we're writing out the answer, what that does to our problem, okay? What the or does to the whole situation, okay? So I want you to notice that, greater than or equal to is going to use or, and then the less than is going to use less than or less than or equal to is going to use and. Okay, let's make that little note right here. See that this is going to use the word and this is going to use the word or. Now you might say, well, what's the or doing right there? Well, it's just saying greater than or equal to. So if you have a greater than situation, like we do right here, we're going to use the word or, and I'll say more about that when we're doing the problem, okay? Now, the thing to know is that these steps right here, step 1 and 2, 3, and 4 are all going to be the same. So, I don't know, to emphasize that, let me copy, if it'll let me do it, copy paste it. Does it let me do that? And then I could drag it down step 1. Okay, so step 1 is to isolate the inequality. All right, here we go. So let's subtract 5 from both sides. And I end up with 9 on the right side. And what the heck? Let's zoom in here. This is super dinky. Might be hard to see. So I just got 9 on the right side. And on the left side, we almost have the inequality isolated. We got 6x plus 3, but it's being divided by 2. I don't want that 2 down there. So let's see. How do I undo divide by 2? I'm going to multiply by 2 on both sides. So if I multiply this side by 2, I got to multiply this side by 2. And 2 divided by 2 is going to give me 1. Sometimes people say those cancel, but I like to say they divide to 1. So I end up with 6x plus 3 is greater than or equal to 18. Okay, so check mark. I've isolated the inequal or the absolute value sign. Okay, step 2 and 3. Just to emphasize this, these are the same. Okay, so let's take a copy, Control C, Control V. I don't know why it's not Control V in it. And I'm going to click drag down here. Okay, and what are step 2 and 3? Step 2 is to, let's go back here, to write out our cases, right? So cases. Okay, so cases. So that means 6x plus 3, 6x plus 3. If that was positive, well, the absolute values do absolutely nothing to the positive number. If 6x plus 3 is a negative, that would mean we would need to multiply by -1, but we're really multiplying, after we multiply this by -1, we got to divide by -1 to get it to the other side of the inequality sign, and that switches the inequality sign. So right here, we're going to switch the inequality sign. So case 2, right? Case 2 has 2 things going on. Negate the right side and switch inequality sign. So let me make that note here. Negate right side, the one that didn't have the absolute value on it, and switch inequality sign. Switch inequality. All right. The other thing, what happened here? Oh, I'm missing an L in there. Hold on one sec here. Let's get this spelled out right. Inequality. Okay. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah. Remember how we had and up here on this one? This one's going to be or. So I'm going to put that between there. So this is case 1. Case 1 is, nothing happens here. We just write down 6x plus 3 greater than or equal to 18. That's if 6x plus 3 is a positive number. Now, step 3 is solve. Okay, so we're going to try to solve this. So I subtract 3 from both sides, right? Subtract 3 from both sides. And let's see here. What do I do then? Okay, so I got 6x. I got 6x is left on the left side, and 15 is on the right side. Now I'm going to divide by 6 to get 6 times undone, right? So it's 6 times x. So if I divide by 6, the 6 divided by 6 is 1x. So x is greater than or equal to, how many times will 6 go into 15? 2 times, and then there's a remainder of 3, right? So that's 2.5. So I get 2.5 if I do that division right there. And then over here, I got to do all that same stuff, subtract 3, just that I don't get 15 anymore. I get 6x less than or equal to negative 21. Woo, big difference there. How many times will 6 go into 21? I'm dropping the negative for a second. It goes in there 3 times. That would get me to 18, right? And that's 3 short. So again, I got a half. So I got x is less than or equal to negative 3.5. All right. Oh, let's make sure we get the word down, or. Why is that important? Well, step 4 is the whole write your solution. So let's copy this guy again here just to emphasize. Control C, Control V. There we go. Get my step 4 down here, and I'm going to write my solution down here, okay? So what do we got going on? We got all numbers that are bigger than 2.5. We got all numbers that are less than negative 3.5. Let's think about that. If the word was and in here, there are no numbers in common that are greater than 2.5 and at the same time less than negative 3.5. So we'd have no solution here. So in this situation, when you have a greater than symbol, we have numbers on either side of the numbers. We have, how should I say this? The number line, let me just write it out. The number line, we're going to have numbers going in the direction, to the right, and we're going to have numbers going to the left. So if I come over here and I estimate where 2.5 would be, let's say 2.5 is right there, and it says greater than or equal to, so I want a solid point, and then I'm going to shade out here to the right. Okay, so shade and try to, make your arrow look like it's all shaded going that way. And then we're going to go over here to negative 3.5, and we're going to do the same thing. Solid point, okay? And we're going to shade out here and really shade your arrow going out to the left. All right, now how do you write that in set builder notation? Maybe a little bit trickier. I don't know. Let's see. I put down my curly bracket and I put x such that, and then I got to go x is less than or equal to negative 3.5, or x is greater than or equal to 2.5. Okay, that wasn't so bad. You just put the word or in there, right? Hey, I hope I'm making this clear. You and a partner going to the board on number 12. Thank you.